I'm sure so many people, Matthew, who equate you clearly and for good reason with Texas football. When they start assuming you're a Cowboys fan, what's the looks that you get when you reveal that you actually root for the Washington Redskins? What is that? What is that moment like?
At least one closed eye when their cheek raises up and they're like, "What?" And then they go, "How the hell did that happen?" And I always tell that story I told you. I said, "Well, when you're 4 years old watching Westerns with your dad, and you find yourself rooting for the Indians versus the Cowboys." And then when your favorite food's hamburgers, and you got a middle linebacker, number 55, who's now in the Hall of Fame, called Chris Hamburger. When you're 4 years old, man, your guy, that's already 2 for 2. And then I will say this. At 8 years old, I was in Texas Stadium, made the 3-hour drive from Longview, Texas, to what was the Cowboys used to play in Texas Stadium. You know this. A lot of people may not, before AT&T.
That's right.
And the Redskin game, I show up. I'm on the sideline at 8 years old, painted burgundy, shirtless, shoeless, with a headdress on and a chamois. Remember the chamois you dry your car with?
Sure.
I had a chamois roped around my waist.
Like a loincloth chamois? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a loincloth chamois. And I remember I thought I could go naked just like the Indian, like I was saying the Indians would. My mom said, "No, you got to wear your BVDs, man. You got to wear some underwear under there." Now, the Redskin games, that was the only reason I could stay up past 8:30 at night if the Redskins played on Monday Night Football. It was the reason I'd get in trouble in church, because church would go to 12:30, and I'd have to sneak out in the car, put on Pat Summerall calling the game when Dallas was playing the Redskins on the AM radio.
Oh, yeah.
And I just took the penalty. I said, "You can ground me. I'm skipping church."
You took the penalty. You took the penalty. That's a And I assume that was a 15-yarder, Matthew. I'm sure
I mean, I got to stay in the game, but we went backwards. Yes.
Well,
15 personal foul.
Man, did you ever get to an RFK game? Did you ever get to a game in RFK? Did you ever go?
Hell yeah! I was at the last game at RFK, the first game at Jack Kent Cook, and the first game at FedEx Field. I have a mason jar with burgundy soil that I went down on the field in the last game of RFK and pulled up a 12-inch by 12-inch chunk and ran off the field with it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't just because I've been a Redskins fan for a long time.
So what do you think of the current state? I mean, Chase Young was the second overall pick in the draft that went down last week.
Yep.
And Ron Rivera is the new head coach there. What do you think, Matthew?
Well, look, I like where we're heading. We've needed to get our compass corrected here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the word culture is thrown around a lot. Like, what's your culture? What's your culture? And everybody, you know, could look over the past however many years and say, wow, look at, you know, New England's the pinnacle of that, of how they run that system. No matter who you are individually, you're coming into Belichick's system, how they run that organization. We've needed to get our compass right. Ron Rivera, I love the hire. I love his mindset. I love how he is changing the culture. I believe Dan Snyder's really found a position now to say, look, I'm the owner. Now I'm going to truly back off and let the person I hired do the job the right way. We got to change. We've needed to make a change, and I think we're really now on our way. You know, we used to be one of the great dynasties, you know, in a championship dynasty. And mind you, there's so few dynasties now. But this is a chance for us to get back in that conversation. It's not going to happen immediately either, I don't think. I think we are now saying, hey, we're going to build a dynasty again. And hail Redskins.
Matthew, HTTR, as they say, right? Hey.
HTTR, baby.
Hashtag. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.